Okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome in. I'm just gonna do a really quick, what I normally do, the energy check-in for the next 24 hours. Okay, so we'll start with the prayer. I'm gonna light some incense. So I invite in my higher self to be here with me for the next 24 hours, and I invite in the higher selves of anyone who is listening to be there with them for the next 24 hours. Thank you, higher selves, for being here with us. Thank you for putting us in front of the people who we need in the next 24 hours. And thank you for putting the people who need us in front of us in the next 24 hours. All right, so now is the time to put in your special prayer request with the Most High. Most High, thank you for hearing our prayers. And thank you for redirecting us if we need redirection. Next, I invite in our ancestors to be here with us for the next 24 hours. Thank you, ancestors, for being here with us. Thank you for guiding us along our path. Thank you for allowing us to transmit what we have received to share with you. And I invite in any unconditionally loving spirit guides who want to be here with us for the next 24 hours. Thank you for being here with us. And I invite in our guardian angels to be here with us for the next 24 hours. Thank you, guardian angels, for keeping us safe, healthy, and sane, and for protecting us in any other ways we may need. All right. Amen. All right, so what is the first tarot card? That is the overall theme for the next 24 hours. Let's see. This is the energy in the field. Okay, we have the Eight of Wands. This is coming up a lot. I think this came up last time. Hold on, I'm going to read from the book. All right, the Eight of Wands. I love this deck. This is the Wild Unknown Tarot by Kim Kranz. I just love her. She's a great artist. It says sudden movement or change. The Eight of Wands strikes like lightning. It's a card of news, change, or clarity in an unresolved situation. You might hear from an old friend out of the blue or receive some surprising news that shifts the direction of your course. This card sometimes means literal movement is on the horizon, so be ready to travel if the opportunity arises. Nice. Okay, and what is the second tarot card to help us understand the theme, the general energy of this overall 24-hour period? This will be the second tarot card to clarify or expand upon the Eight of Wands energy. And this is the Edmund Dulac Tarot, D-U-L-A-C. He is a great artist. But here we have a queen, the Queen of Cups. This Queen of Cups is sort of sitting patiently on a rock by the ocean. It reminds me of course, it's not really the weather, but it reminds me of like some of the, I think they call them like the secret beaches in like in Malibu, but they're a little dangerous. You have to because you can. They're the type of that they're like beaches that appear like when the tide is out. So you have to be careful. You can go down to the secret beaches, but you have to make sure to leave before the tide comes back in, right? So that could be significant for someone. The secret beaches that they have in Malibu. But of course, this weather looks more like, I don't know, the UK or something. Duloc. I don't know where Edmund Duloc is from. I'll have to look that up. I'm not sure where he was from, but he was like an illustrator who lived, I think, around the turn of the 20th century. So like, 1899, 1900, pretty sure. But so the Queen of Cups, okay, so in the traditional Queen of Cups and the Marseille Tarot, the Queen of Cups holds a cup in one hand, and the cup is covered. So the Queen of Cups, the Queen of Cups, sort of the emphasis of the Queen of Cups is a focus on self-love and having that foundation of self-love, building that within yourself rather than focusing on someone else. So the Queen of Cups has that. She has that strong emotional foundation. So she has the love to share, to offer, but her cup is covered. So you have to earn the Queen of Cups love from the Queen of Cups, essentially, because the Queen of Cups has done the work. Her love is very valuable. So it's a type of love that. She doesn't just give it away. The Queen of Cups doesn't just give it away. The Queen of Cups, you have to show the Queen of Cups who you are, through your words and actions and all that stuff. And because in the other hand, in the traditional Queen of Cups, she holds like an ice pick. Well, I don't know if it's supposed to be an ice pick, but it's a type of sword that looks like an ice pick. So Queen of Cups is ready to, protect and defend herself. If she's not being treated right. So okay. So this is a funny deck I bought. I bought this I bought it fairly recently, probably a month ago, at Books A Million. It's the Wednesday tarot deck, which is I actually did not watch that show. I will not watch that show. I don't really I don't know. I've read about it and it just doesn't really appeal to me, but I love the Addams Family, which is by Charles Addams, not Edward Gorey. But Charles Addams is another great illustrator, and I love his Addams Family. And actually, I've never seen the original TV show. I'm gonna check out some of those episodes. I used to watch the Munsters when I was growing up. Of course, there's Herman in the Munsters. Herman is the sort of like the Wednesday character in the Munsters. But anyway, I do like the concept of the Addams Family, and so I bought this deck as kind of like a way to. And I like this deck. This deck is cool. But I kind of bought this deck instead of watching the TV show. But let's see what the Wednesday deck has to say about the overall general theme of the next 24 hours to clarify or expand the Eight of Wands and the Queen of Cups energy. Let's see. If you've seen the Wednesday show, why don't you drop a comment about what you thought about it. Okay, so we have Foresight, a dove. All right, nice. Seeing a white dove is always it's always a good omen. Let's see, where's the book? Here's the book. Let's see what it has to say. Hold on, let me see if I can sort of get these two. this amethyst crystal here. Let's see if I can use it to prop the card up so I don't have to hold it. I can't really hear. Maybe there. Oh well. So then we have the white dove foresight. Okay, a dove. It says, Morticia Adams, that's the mother in the Adams family, describes her style of psychic vision as being dove-like, thanks to her optimistic outlook on the future. So it says, card meaning, it's important to keep an open mind about what the future holds. Most of us don't know exactly what it will look like. Smart decisions in the present will help you plan ahead for any surprises or challenges the world may throw at you down the line. Nice, I like that. Right, there are no guarantees, right? The future doesn't exist yet. How we act in the present. Anyway, only the present moment exists anyway. But I like that. That's just sage, solid advice about how to feel and approach the future. Okay, let's check in with the angels. We have these little angel cards. Let's see what angel wants to come through and expand or clarify on the theme of this 24-hour period that we find ourselves in. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you come to this, it will apply to the 24-hour period you're in. Hazael, what have you promised that you haven't fulfilled? Our word is our bond. Keep yours today. She's got her hands crossing her heart there in that picture. What have you promised that you haven't fulfilled? Our word is our bond. Keep yours today. Okay, now what is the astrological arcana theme of this 24-hour period to expand and clarify? What do we have? We have the Eight of Wands energy, the Queen of Cups energy, the Dove energy, and Hazael. Our word is our bond. Keep yours today. What does the arcana astrology have to expand upon or clarify in today's energy? We have, waning gibbous moon. Okay, let's see. This might be the same one that we got last time, which the theme was sharing. Let me double check. Let's see. Waning gibbous moon. Yep, sharing. This is the same card that we got last time. So it says, as the moon begins to get smaller, you may feel an urge to share recently acquired knowledge with your community. Reflection doesn't always have to be a solitary act, like what I'm doing, for example, what I'm doing right now. Communication about your feelings can help prepare you for the upcoming stages. Look at it this way. If someone else's information could help you, wouldn't you want them to share it? You could also be feeling out of the loop or shunned by your community. Yeah. Being ostracized hurts. Let's hope for the best today. Let's give people the benefit of the doubt today. Let's hope for the best today. Let's see the best in others today. let's expect their best. Being ostracized hurts, and you should share how you feel with those around you. This behavior could be unintentional, so don't write anyone off yet. There you go. Okay, then we have a fashion oracle. Let's see what the overall theme of the fashion oracle this 24-hour period is coming through as. All right, we have Kate Moss reversed. So, explain everything. Bitch, be humble. Despicable face, sit down. Kate Moss reversed energy. All right. Okay, and then finally to close out the reading, we have The Dark, Deep, and Dangerous Oracle by Stacey DeMarco. This is absolutely one of my favorite decks. So we're going to to close out the reading, we're going to dive into, the theme, to clarify and expand upon the theme, and of this 24-hour period, the energy in the field, but also we're going to dive into a little bit of some learning about some ancient mythology. Stacey DeMarco has written a wonderful guidebook and done this deck, so we get to have a little bit of a learning lesson before I close out the reading. Fear. Apuk. 12. A card from the deep. So I think this is from, hold on, let me see. I think this is from Apuk. I think it's from the Mayan, or the Aztec. Let's see. What card is it? See, there's like there's a kind of there's a skull person right there next to the little child. All right, let's see. This is not the best way to prop up the deck. There we go. 12. Ah! Psych. All right. Let's see. Here, let me use the back. Straighter. There we go. Okay. 12. Card number 12. Fear. Apuk. Says you must understand your fears if you can. Stand strong against your fear. Fear is a natural and useful emotion as it protects you. What doesn't are fears that are not real. You must learn that not all fears are real. Some fears you carry are not your own. Confront fears. Death is a part of life, the duality. Fear/freedom, reality/imagination. There are some gods who truly are frightening, and this is part of the work they do. Apuk, the Mayan god of the dead, is one of these deities. He comes out of his underworld home, the nastiest of the 9 levels of hell, called Mitnal, stretches his skeletal body, and smiles his sharp, white-toothed grin. Then he begins to make his way through the human villages along the stone pathways. The Mayan people rightly feared death because of the horrors said to await them. should they go to this hellish place, and they were always aware that Apuk could indeed be waiting to take them around the next bend. With his cadaverous body and frightening smile, he wears bells and a headdress of human bones. He is not hiding his presence as he walks the cobblestones. He is noisy and can be seen, and knows the people will be even more terrified if they know he is around. If you're out on the streets late at night, or if there is sickness at home or in the village, you better watch out. Apuk is proud of the fact he can induce fear. In fact, that is what he eats, fear. The people know that Apuk doesn't just come gently for you, he will wait patiently for your death, hunt you and stalk you. This will make you frightened, and yum, there's more fear food for him. He gulps people's fear down with relish, yet he's rarely satiated. The people know too that there is only one way to scare Apuk away, and that's to open the doors and scream and shout and sing. Apuk loses his power when his bells cannot be heard, and he is faced with courage. If this is done, if Apuk is not heard, but faced or simply ignored, he slinks back into his underworld home. Standing strong against any fear, feeling it, shining the light on it, confronting it. These are all lessons from Apuk. It is better to know precisely what the fear is when we, quote, hear the bells, quote, so we actually know specifically what we are afraid of. Not knowing what we are actually afraid of or simply entertaining nebulous fear is worse. Apuk's plant companion is Birsonima crassifolia, Nance, or golden spoon, and his crystal companion is hematite. All right. Yeah, that's sort of like basic fear 101. Either just, completely ignore it, act like it isn't there. That means like the fear isn't real because you just act like it isn't there. Okay. Or this only works if you're literally about to be like, if you're in that moment where someone is about to try to attack you, if you say something that's a little too loud, like, hey, hi, like they were talking about, shouting, screaming, doing that, then works like a charm. All right. Thank you for being here with me, and I'll see you next time.